Playground.
Hooray!
This is the Darren Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Darren Harris.
Hey folks, what's good? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Darren Harris. This is my podcast. Thank you for joining me this week. How you feeling? Hopefully everybody had a good week. Hopefully everybody is doing well mentally, even though I know a lot of people are not, based on what is going on in the country. With all the executive orders being signed and all these things starting to take shape and people starting to really find out what the fuck is starting to happen here in the country. And I just want to say this before I get started. Anybody out there who is suffering mentally, who is having a hard time coping, I as well. I have an issue with that. If you're having a hard time coping, just know that there are resources out there that you can seek out to help you get through tough times where you don't think that you'll be able to make it. So definitely take advantage of that. But today I'm talking about the shit straight from the horse's ass. You know, this guy's executive order, he started signing all these executive orders. And we're about to be screwed. And I've said this a few times, but I don't think a lot of people realize how we are about to be screwed and why we're about to be screwed. I mean, I know we know to a degree, but I don't think conservatives know how they got punked. I mean, y'all got punked, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to tell y'all in your face. Can I tell you to your fucking face? He punked the shit out of y'all. I mean, really, he fucked all of you. I mean, he basically hijacked your party and made you believe some bullshit. And I'm gonna break it down to you too. I'm gonna break down how he did it, how he fucked y'all. You know what I'm saying? He was out to get us anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he not only got us, but he got you motherfuckers too. And he did exactly what he was meaning to do. And he used you motherfuckers to do it. He is using you to get what he wants. Fuck y'all. He don't care what you want. He just needs your bodies. He just needs you. That's it. He don't need you per se. You know, he don't give a fuck about what you're going through in your life. He really doesn't. I mean, and everybody who thinks he does is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry. Everybody who's out there, especially motherfuckers who drove all the way across country to see this motherfucker to get inaugurated, only to sit their asses outside. Now, some people came inside, but a lot of motherfuckers didn't get to see that motherfucker. And that's another example of how he duped you motherfuckers. Y'all easy. Y'all easy, man. Y'all believe that shit implicitly. All they got to do, I mean, and I hate to say it, all motherfuckers got to do is hold up a Bible, you know, and you motherfuckers jump right on that shit. Oh, it must be true. He held up a Bible. You motherfuckers are stupid. You're stupid. He got you. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start right there. I'm going to start, you can turn if you want to. If you're conservative and you're offended by this, he fucked you, especially on some DEI shit, all right? He made you motherfuckers, I mean, really kind of shoot yourselves in the foot as far as this DEI shit is concerned, and I'll tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why, because I read through his executive order for diversity, equity, and inclusion, and why he wants to get rid of it, and why he thinks it's harmful, and why he thinks it's wasteful and illegal and all this other stuff, and why you, the American people, are just being taken advantage of. He's full of shit, and I'm going to show you why, okay? First of all, it employs divisive and manipulative rhetoric to like foster like certain types of resentment towards the diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And I'm going to give you some examples of how it is harmful. Like first, framing DEI as illegal or immoral. Okay, that's what it is, and that is a tactic. All right, and this is the tactic. All right, now pay attention. This order, the order labels DEI initiatives as illegal and immoral without providing evidence implying wrongdoing where none exists. First, already off the bat, all right, it's a tactic. All right. Why it's deceitful. This is why it's deceitful. DEI programs are legally implemented to address systemic inequities to ensure fair opportunities. That's what they're for. That's all it is to make sure that there are fair opportunities. Why it's harmful, why this shit is harmful, is the framing undermines trust in policies that promote fairness and inclusion, and it discourages efforts and addresses historical efforts in addressing historical injustices and creating unnecessary division. That's exactly what it's doing. All right, now that we broke it down, that's number one. Number two, the use of loaded language, forced infiltration, tactic. All right, this is a tactic. Terms like forced and infiltration evoke fear and suggest that DEI imposed against the will of the people. And it wasn't. All right, simple as that. Why this is deceitful. DEI policies were democratically implemented to promote inclusivity, not imposed covertly. And why this is harmful? This language fosters paranoia and opposition, painting DEI as a threat rather than a step forward toward unity. You know what I'm saying? That makes us equal. It puts us on an equal footing. But that's the problem. Motherfuckers voted for this because they don't want us on equal footing. But it gets deeper. Number three is selective omission of content. Okay? That also is a tactic. The order fails to mention the purpose of the Executive Order 13985, which is to address inequities and improve government efficiency. Why it's deceitful is ignoring the reasoning behind DEI efforts misleads the public into believing that they were a wasteful, the DEI initiatives were wasteful rather than beneficial. And why this is harmful, this omission prevents an informed public. Okay, first, they took the information from you. This omission prevents an informed public disclosure. The informed public disclosures leading to polarization and misunderstanding. They got you. They didn't tell y'all shit. They left shit out. They kept leaving shit out. Okay, number four. Conflation of DEI with public waste. That's a tactic. The paragraph suggests this thing suggests that DEI equals immense public waste. Okay, without offering any supporting data. They can't prove it. They don't know what. They're just talking out of their ass, and you fucking fell for it. And this is why it's deceitful. Many DEI initiatives have shown to improve workplace productivity and social cohesion. That is a fucking fact. Why this is harmful. Associating DEI with wastefulness erodes public support for policies aimed at creating a more equitable society. They, again, got you. But I'm moving right along here, okay? They're scapegoating DEI for broader issues. Tactic. DEI is blamed for the alleged failures in unrelated areas like airline safety and the military. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. Why is DEI? This is why it's deceitful. There's no proven link between DEI efforts and the decline in safety or efficiency. They can't fucking prove it. You got again. This is what I'm talking about. They just blew smoke up y'all ass and y'all inhaled the shit out of it. He farted right out of his ass and it went right in you motherfuckers' nose and mouth and you just inhaled that shit. This is why it's harmful. It diverts attention from the real causes of systemic issues, hindering meaningful solutions. This is the problem. That's the problem. They don't want the solution. All right. Number 6, false dichotomy between DEI and equal dignity and respect. It's a tactic. Okay, this is the tactic. The order falsely implies that DEI is incompatible with treating people equally. Okay, that's what it says. Why it's deceitful is DEI initiatives are designed to promote dignity and respect for all by addressing disparities. Why it's harmful, it misleads the public into believing that fairness and equity are mutually exclusive concepts. It's bullshit. Again, they getting y'all, man. They just don't tell y'all shit. And y'all fall, as long as this motherfucker got the Bible in his hand, you motherfuckers fall for any goddamn thing. He fucking got y'all. Okay? And this is just DEI. And this is going to be a series. This is a series of things that this man has fucked y'all in the ass on. Okay? And I'm talking directly to all you conservatives out there. You conservative people who thought you were doing the right thing. You fucked yourselves. You fucked us too. I mean, of course but you fucked yourselves as well. And you don't get it. You don't understand. Right now we're in the honeymoon phase. Everybody's out here, yay, President this guy is out here doing the best for our country. He's fucking you, okay? He is laying down, spreading your ass cheeks open, and fucking you, okay? Simple as that. We're going to continue. We're going to continue with the onslaught of ass fucking, okay? So here we go. Number 7. Erasure of marginalized communities. It's a tactic, okay? The order dismisses DEI efforts without acknowledging the challenges faced by the underserved communities. Why this is deceitful. It ignores the reality of racial and economic disparities that DEI seeks to address. Why this is harmful? This erasure perpetuates systemic discrimination and deepens social division. They're splitting us apart on purpose. I mean, there's people out there that want to be apart, and that's fine. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people out there that honestly think that they voted to bring the cost of eggs down. But you fell into the trap. You was gullible, and you got and you should have got because everybody was out there screaming in your ears and telling you what the fuck was going on, but you chose not to do nothing. You chose to sit there and ride the line and, oh, my president, and ride around in your little fucking golf cart and think that you was fucking immune from the shit that's about to fucking happen. And you're not. You're not. You're fucking not. I'm sorry. Especially you motherfuckers out here living in the woods and your fucking trailer parks with the fucking flags flying like the shit is like a fucking, like a blanket. You motherfuckers are about to find the fuck out. Okay? Number 8, we keeping on rocking. The train is rocking. Okay? Appeals to nationalism. Make America great. Okay? That is a tactic. All right? That make America great is a tactic you motherfuckers fell for. It's a tactic that you fell for. The order suggests that ending DEI is necessary for national greatness. That is bullshit. Why this is deceitful? True national greatness comes from inclusivity and diversity, not exclusion, you fucking idiots. Why this is harmful? It creates exclusionary vision of America that alienates marginalized groups. You fucked yourselves. You know, and it seems that like that's what they want. They want an all-white, all-elite community, but they also want to keep the marginalized communities, the blacks and the black people, the brown people, all these other but they need us around in order to keep them afloat, in order to keep that bus rolling, in order to keep that boat floating. But you know who's down here helping us keep this boat floating? You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are down here with us, keeping this bullshit afloat too. While you're out here, while they're up there fucking living on their yachts and living in their huge houses and doing all the things that billionaires fucking do. What the fuck are you doing? You're going to your fucking job, hating your fucking boss, having to fucking complain about the cost of eggs, gas, groceries, all kinds of shit. You fucked yourselves, and you don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit it because you're prideful. You're just like every other fucking asshole. You look the other direction. You go in here, you fuck shit up, and then you look in the other direction like you had nothing to do with it. I can't wait until we get further into this because this is just the fucking first week. This is the beginning of the bullshit. It's about to get so bad around this motherfucker, and they think it's going to be great. This is going to make America great. Watch what the fuck happens. Number 9, oversimplification of complex issues. Tactic. That is a tactic. Because, A, you motherfuckers ain't smart, obviously. You motherfuckers have lost your minds somewhere. I'm not going to say you're not smart because I do know some conservative people that are pretty intelligent. I just don't understand how you got duped. You're just gullible. You're smart. You're just gullible as fuck. It's a tactic. The order presents DEI as a singular issue responsible for government efficiency. which is bullshit. Why this is deceitful? Government operations involve many factors. DEI is just one component of broader reforms. There's so much other shit to reform. Why this is harmful? This is why this is harmful. Oversimplification prevents thoughtful policy discussions and solutions. They don't want to discuss anything. They just want to go in, pass the policies, and get the fuck on with it. And then worry about the aftermath later, because they're all safe from it. We're not, okay? We're not the safe ones. Everybody out there thinking that you're safe from this shit, you got a reality check coming, because you ain't safe from shit, okay? Even if you live in a really nice neighborhood, you ain't fucking safe. Get it. Understand it. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care how much you try to separate yourselves. You ain't safe either. Number 10, undermining trust in institutions. Tactic, okay? That's a tactic. By framing DEI as harmful, the order erodes public trust in government efforts to promote inclusivity. Why this is deceitful? DEI programs exist to strengthen institutions by ensuring fairness and representation. But that's what the problem is, right? Right, white America? That's what the problem is. You don't want fairness. That's why you voted that way, because you know all the shit that he was on, and you know he ain't no fucking Christian. You know that shit. You know it's bullshit to grab women by the pussy. You know that shit. You know this motherfucker is a fucking convicted sexual offender. You know that shit. You know Jeffrey Epstein was this motherfucker's best friend. You know that shit. But you voted for him anyway. And you voted for him specifically because he was going to uphold your whiteness. And that's all it was. He was going to make whiteness the fucking benchmark and the standard in this country. And I don't care how much and how hard he tries, that will never be the case. As long as there are other races around, that will never be the case. Because let me check y'all for a second. Y'all ain't shit. All right? Just like the rest of us. You just like the rest of us. Give a fuck about your blonde hair and your blue eyes. You motherfuckers ain't shit. Just like the rest of us. You're the same as everybody else. You're not special, okay? This motherfuckers made y'all feel special because they got a bunch of money and they make you feel like you have a bunch of money too. But guess what? You down here with the rest of us, just like he just fucked y'all in the ass. Okay? Why is this harmful? Distrust weakens democratic institutions and fosters divisiveness within society. And look at what the fuck is happening in our society. This is far from making America great. This is divisive rhetoric, and it weakens the nation by fostering distrust and deepens divisions and undermines efforts to create a fair and inclusive society. Period. I don't give a fuck what you say. Okay? I don't give a fuck what you say. And if you rebut this, the only reason you're rebutting this is because you're a stark raving racist. Okay? It fails to promote the narrative that pits Americans against each other, rather than uniting them in the pursuit of equality and progress. In truth, inclusivity strengthens democracy and the economy by ensuring that all citizens have an opportunity to contribute to the nation's success. And I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck what race it is. If there's any race that deserves credit for contributing to the building of this nation and its society, and I hate to say it. Now, I don't hate to say it. I'm proud to say it. Is black people. Is black people. And that's the problem. They want to strip that away. They want to come over here and say like this shit just magically appeared without giving any credit to the black bodies that bled and died all over this motherfucker to get it up and running. No credit. No credit for you. And if you get a little bit of something, God damn it, shouldn't even have that. Just mad because people are not subservient to you. And you've been mad ever since that happened. And ever since it happened, you've been devising and creating ways to make that shit possible again. Look at the private prison system. You're doing it on purpose to us. You're fucking doing it on purpose. And it's you conservative cocksuckers who lean into it every time in the name of Jesus. And I'm going to tell you straight like this, and I know Jesus is not a cursing man, but if he were, I'm quite sure he'd tell you to fuck you too.
This is the Deron Harris Podcast. Yo, DJ, bring it back. Now, back to some real ass shit.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Took a quick fast break. Had to calm some things down. I got some information. Got a lot of information here in front of me. Sitting here going through my notes, man. This is just hilarious. I mean, because he really did. He duped all of you conservatives. Now, a lot of you may not still may be like, fuck y'all, you black motherfuckers. Some of you may all. And you know what? Great. But there's other shit that's coming down the pipeline that affects you. And not just me, you. And get ready for it. And I'm here for it. I'm here to sit here and watch you go through it. I really am, so that you can understand, so you can say, I can watch it every day. Every day I'm going to be waiting for this. God damn it, this motherfucker done fucked my whole life up. I'm waiting, because here it's coming. It's coming. And I know a lot of you people, I mean, people talk about it a lot, and I hear it. You know, the rhetoric, I'm sure you've seen it online, everybody getting their little firearms together and their little militia to try to get down with some sort of civil war because all they want to do is go out and shoot a motherfucker. You motherfuckers are in for a surprise too. You're in for it too. Because for one of the reasons, everybody acts like that shit is just going to be easy, like they're going to come over here and just plow and lay down. And I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot of motherfuckers that just really ain't going to stand up like that. They ain't going to lay down like that. They just not gonna lay down like that. I'm sorry. It's not 1847. It's not that time anymore. Motherfuckers give a shit about the shit they got going on. They don't give a fuck about what you got going on. And rest assured, motherfuckers ain't scared of you. All right? There's motherfuckers out here in the streets dying every day. You think, especially once it pop off. I mean, once the shit pop off, if it ever does pop off, you think these motherfuckers are gonna keep killing black people? No. They're gonna turn their sights on other motherfuckers because now we don't have to keep killing ourselves out of frustration. So you're about to unleash a whole bunch of shit that you don't want anyway here in this country. And that's just a possibility of one thing. Me personally, like I keep saying, I say it every podcast, I want to be wrong about Donald Trump. I really do. I want to be wrong about our idiot in chief. I really do. But I don't think that I am. I mean, because as I read through all these executive orders, I could just see how stupid this motherfucker is and how much he is fucking the people. And if you haven't taken the time to sit down and really kind of pick these things apart, I mean, because that's what I do. That's what I do all day. I have so much paranoia about so many things that I just dig and dive, and I write every day, and I write and write and write and write. And I write my feelings, and that's how I get through a lot of things that I suffer through mentally, to be honest with you. Is to just write it all out. And this my podcast is my talk therapy. You know, I come on my podcast and I say exactly how I feel about these things, and I try and give you the most truthful version of what I'm delivering to you, and hopefully it is. I mean, and if I'm wrong, I'm the first one to say I fucked it up. I'm wrong, but I don't think that I am. I think that this right here is. This is just the start. I mean, I haven't even got to Medicaid and Medicare yet. I haven't got to anything yet. The Department of Education. These are the things that are going to take place, y'all. And these are the things that our conservative countrymen voted for. And these actions are particularly hateful to black people. Okay, and that's hurtful to me, especially after everything that black people have sacrificed in this country to make this country into what it is. They want to stand on our skulls and pretend and proclaim like it was them who put this together. No. And make no mistake about it, they keep talking about the immigrants being violent offenders, and You think England sent their best and brightest over here? No, they sent their fucking convicts and their worst. They sent all those people over here when America first, but they sweep that shit under the rug like it's like, oh well, matter of fact, can't change or do anything about it now. And that's what it is. It's almost like they're looking in our faces, all of us, pointing in our face, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it fucking feels like. Don't it? Don't it, though? As they gloat around, as they take our trusted community heroes and turn them into tap dancing fucking Uncle Tom ass jigaboos. They're mocking us. And the longer that we play along in their society, we're just mocking ourselves too. You know, you got black people out there saying that DEI is bad. Really? Then you must not understand what the fuck it is. And for all you black conservatives out there listening to you really getting fucked, ain't you? The Byron Donaldsons and the Tim Scotts and the Herschel Walkers and the Candace Owenses and all of those motherfuckers. But that's all right, because that's what they want, is white adjacency. That's all they need, is white adjacency. And that's all they're going for, because they see what they're trying to do here in this country, and they see what they're doing to their own people. And instead of standing up and fighting for their own people, now they go out and make a couple dollars at the little DJ gig. You know what I'm saying? They go make a little couple of dollars, out there saying that, calling ourselves niggas in front of a room full of white people who would never listen to your music anyway. Let's get Rick Ross to perform. Yeah, Rick Ross. Yeah, he's the fucking boss. Huh? That guy. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. But you give a fuck about them, because they're going to help you preserve your wealth. They're going to let you live. They're going to let you live a good life. And you're going to be okay. And never mind the rest of us. And that's what the rest of us feel like. So, in that, it is what it is. Stephen A. Smith, defends Snoop and said, let them dudes make some money. Okay, go make your money, bro. But don't come your ass back over to this community thinking that, we are in solidarity with you, because trust and believe that we are not. There's a lot of language in these executive orders. There's a lot of language, like different type, like language, like some language that is manipulative without us really realizing that this language is manipulative. It really is. It is super divisive if you break it apart. It's divisive for the whole country. It's not just bad for black people. It's bad for America. You know what I'm saying? And they're pushing towards what it looks like an all-white society with a society of lower-class brown people to power the existence of this country. And it seems like that's what people are pushing towards. That's what these people who voted for this are pushing towards. And they think all the white folks out there think that they're just going to continue to benefit. But no, man, it's about class. It's about class. It's about class, homie. I got a coworker. I won't say his name. But I met this guy several years back. And my best friend and producer, he's an acquaintance of his. And I came down to visit my friend, and we went on a boat ride at one of this guy's friend's house. And we went on a boat ride. Well, after the boat ride went great. After the boat ride, though, we got in the car and we left. And apparently this guy, my current coworker, because he does have a podcast also, it's called Running on Empty, if you want to take a listen to it. It's he's got some people, and hats off to him for getting some traction. I'm sure he does well. But this guy decided that me being the only black man in the vehicle, that I must have taken his wallet. I took his wallet as far as he was concerned. Now I'm sitting here with my best friend, who is the producer of my show also, and the producer of his show. He's my best friend. Now, me and this gentleman, I mean, we were kids. We grew up together as children. No one, I don't think anybody knows my character any better than he does. And immediately, no, Charles. I let the cat out of the bag. No, Deron didn't take your wallet. Oh, he's and just went off and just assumed that I had his fucking wallet. The fuck I need with your wallet, man? But see, that's the ideology. I don't blame you, bro. The reason I don't blame you is because you were taught that. You were taught that. And, I was probably one of the first people that you really had any kind of long contact with on that level where it was just you, me, and one other person. But instead of getting to try and know me, you wanted to create further division based on that I'm not white and that you are. That's stupid, man. That's really stupid. And I'll tell you why it's stupid, okay? Because you ain't no better than me. Just like I ain't no better than you. I'm going to also tell you another reason why it's stupid. It's because you're going to suffer just as much as I suffer behind all of this. I don't give a fuck how you voted. Okay? You're going to suffer too. But you know what, though? Somehow I realize, and I know that some people here, they would rather suffer. They would rather go through so much shit just to see me go through more. And I know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm well aware of that. And I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just incredible to see the amount of energy that is spent on maintaining a divisive society. When we could be great. We really could be great. This could be a great, great place. I mean, there's so many beautiful people here from so many places all around the world. And let us not forget that this is the reason that we're here. This is the reason that we came here. Well, that's not the reason that we came here. They came here to take shit. I was brought here. My ancestors were brought here. But there were a lot of people who came here with the promise that this country was going to be something great for them. And it was anything but. You know what I'm saying? And it's still that way to this day. For a lot of people, it's anything but great. And there's a lot of people who think that it's going to get great. But I don't see how that's going to happen under this current administration. When we are already dividing ourselves. We're already dividing ourselves. They're building more prisons to hold people. Do you realize that? Do you understand that? They are building more prisons to hold people. Now, I know some people like my coworker might be happy about that. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But don't think that you guys won't be incarcerated either. Because now they just need the labor. Yeah, they're going to get us. But they're going to fucking get you too, especially if you're below that line, like I know so many of you are, as I look around my community and see it for myself with my own two eyes. I'm not just talking out of my ass here. I'm watching you motherfuckers. I've been watching you motherfuckers. I've been seeing you motherfuckers since I was a fucking junior in high school. It's the same old shit. You hate for no fucking other reason than somebody's black and getting more shit than you. Fucking disgusting. So, another thing this order does is it is a misrepresentation. All right, it's straight up. It's a misrepresentation. What these people are doing is giving you a misrepresentation of what DEI actually is. So for those, and its purpose. So for those who don't know, let me break it down really fast to you. Now, bear with me because, like I said, I write a lot. I write this stuff down. So this statement characterizes diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, all of its initiatives as illegal and immoral discrimination programs, which misrepresents their purpose and their impact. DEI efforts are designed to address longstanding systemic inequities that have historically disadvantaged Black Americans and other marginalized groups. By dismissing these programs as discriminatory, these actions undermine the progresses made towards racial equity and suggest that the efforts create fair opportunities are unjustified. These narratives can alienate Black Americans by implying that the historical and present struggles with inequity and are either exaggerated or unworthy of government intervention. Number 2, the denial of systemic barriers. Labeling DEI efforts as harmful ignores systemic challenges Black Americans continue to face in areas such as employment, education, and healthcare. All right? Now, my sister is her job is the director of diversity, equity, and inclusion at a major corporation. Okay? Everybody is familiar with this corporation. All right? I'm not going to say any names. But my sister is there. So my sister is not a DEI hire. Okay? In fact, none of my family members are. Okay? Everybody in my family, with the exception of me, believe it or not, with the exception of me, is college educated, and not from community college or some rinky-dink bullshit, Division I, and in some cases, Ivy League, and also HSBCUs. My family is deep. And none of us, have ever been a DEI hire. And the reason why is my fucking father would never allow it. You act like motherfuckers didn't struggle, man. That's the problem, man. See, that's the problem with this shit right here. This is off script. That's the problem with this shit. And I don't give a fuck if I offend some people behind this shit. That's the problem with this shit. A lot of white folks think that Black folks didn't struggle, or we haven't struggled. You know what I'm saying? Or we just lazy. You know, we just not smart. Nah, man. We have struggled more than you motherfuckers will ever struggle in this fucking country. And how fucking dare you sit up here and insinuate otherwise. You motherfuckers ain't shit. All the people that think like that, that think that we didn't struggle, or, you know, we're lazy and we need to pick ourselves up by, fuck you, okay? Straight like that. And you could DM me, okay? I have a public podcast. I have a lot of shit where you can DM me. We can fucking go back. Come on the fucking show so I can tell you in your fucking face. That's how angry I am about it. And then people just sit here and sweep it under the rug like it ain't that serious. Oh man, you gotta calm down, or, you know, we're past all that. Fuck that. We are not past it. Here the fuck we are, again, being told to sweep all the shit that disparages us, that sweep that shit away. Man, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck that it's uncomfortable for you to talk about. I don't give a fuck that your kids are uncomfortable in school learning about fucking Ruby Bridges and Emmett Till. I don't give a fuck about that. You should be better parents. Should be better parents to sit up here and tell them why that's wrong. No. But you vote to show them that it's okay. That was okay. That happened. It wasn't okay. By any stretch of the imagination. Because there's motherfuckers like you that do the same thing. Number 2, the denial of systemic barriers. Labeling DEI efforts as harmful ignores the systemic challenges Black Americans continue to face in areas such as employment, education, and healthcare. These programs aim to level the playing field by addressing disparities rooted in historical injustices such as segregation, redlining, employment discrimination. The executive orders, the executive actions reject the DEI. The executive actions rejection of DEI sends a message that the government is unwilling to acknowledge or address these deeply ingrained barriers, potentially reversing progress towards racial equity. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's turning back the clock. It's switching it around. And you motherfuckers voted for it. All you motherfuckers, I don't hate black people. Well, you voted for Donald Trump, okay? You voted for Donald Trump. I have lots of black friends. Well, this is what the fuck you did to them. Okay? I don't have a problem with you. Now the fuck you do. Okay? Just so we know. And I said this. I've said this, and I've told many friends this. The minute it starts to affect me, my people, or my fucking community, I'm fucking done with you, man. I'm done with you, man. And I hope that you guys understand now. I hope you understand. I hope you understand that you're doing nothing but reinforcing negative stereotypes, which is number 3. Okay? By targeting DEI programs and labeling them as discriminatory, the executive action feeds into a divisive narrative that portrays efforts to uplift marginalized communities as unfair advantages or harmful to others. This framing can perpetuate stereotypes that black Americans only succeed due to preferential treatment rather than merit, further stigmatizing individuals who have worked hard to overcome systemic barriers like my fucking family. So anybody out there talking that fuck you, okay? And that shit I'll fight over, okay? That shit I'll beat your ass over. That shit that I'm willing to get down in the fucking dirt with anybody over. And that includes any coworker that I might have. Motherfuckers always want to strip somebody of some shit. Always, and that's the Godfrey the comedian. He said it the best, man. The problem with white people is this. White people cannot stand black people getting shit. That's all it is. Look at the Greenwood district. Look at Ocoee. Look at Rosewood. Look at all these. Anytime we was doing our own. Look at Lake Lanier. Anytime we was doing our own shit, minding our own fucking business, overcome these motherfuckers to kick over the fucking blocks, man. Kick over the fucking shit that we fight for. The language in this is number 4, divisive nature and polarization. Okay? The language in this executive order is inherently divisive because it positions DEI efforts as a zero-sum game, implying that advancing racial equity comes at the expense of others, which is complete bullshit, but you bought it anyway. This creates unnecessary tension between This creates unnecessary tension between different racial and socioeconomic groups by fostering a false perception that supporting black Americans and other underserved communities requires disadvantaging others instead of fostering unity and sharing progress. It promotes resentment and polarization. You motherfuckers took the bait. You took the bait. Especially all the, oh man, I love you, man, you're my friend, and you voted fucking for this guy? You took the fucking bait, you asshole. Simple as that. You took the bait. You thought you were looking out for me? You don't give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck how much you tell me that I'm your friend and all that. You don't give a fuck about me. Because what the fuck this is. And finally, undermining trust in institutions. By reversing policies aimed at inclusion, the executive action risks eroding trust among black Americans in federal institutions. Many see DEI initiatives as a step forward, rectifying historical injustices and building a fairer society. Rolling back these efforts signal to black Americans that their concerns and aspirations were not a priority, which could lead to increase in skepticism about whether the government truly values their contributions and well-being, which it doesn't. And the reason why I can tell you that is because a couple of days ago, he just put everybody in the DEI program on paid leave, which is the prelim to all of them being fired. So he's about to fire all of the black people, essentially, or anybody involved that's with that initiative. You fucked us. You fucked yourself. You fucked everybody. And I don't give a fuck what your economic policies are. Oh, don't you think the tax cut? He didn't cut your fucking taxes. You're down here with us like the rest of us, you fucking idiots. You ain't special. I don't give a fuck how good your tax guy is. You ain't special. You right down here with the fucking rest of us. You saw the motherfuckers. You saw at the inauguration. You saw the motherfuckers that are running the planet right here. All right in the front row. All right in the front row. All like canoodling together right there in the front row. All licking each other's ass like some sort of fucking Roman orgy. Well, tell y'all what. Rome is about to fall. That is going to do it for this week's episode of the Darren Harris Podcast. I got more. I have so much more. I got so much more. I have so much more for you motherfuckers. But I'm going to leave it at that. So that's DEI. I'm going to come back with some other stuff and inform you again, all you conservative assholes out there, how you fucked yourself and the rest of us, how you fucked democracy and how we're all getting ready to be fucking Russian around here. Okay? Just so you know. I want to thank my parents for giving me my mouthpiece. And I'm going to fucking use it. And I'm going to tell everybody, I'm going to tell you in your fucking face. I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you in your fucking face. Okay? I want to thank my wife. She is the biggest fan that I've ever had. And I could not have done this without her. And I don't think that I could have been this assertive person or got my feelings, because I was very subdued. But she made me stand on that pedestal and say it, along with my best friend and producer, who I also would like to thank for encouraging me and producing my show, and like I say every week, sending me inflammatory content in order for me to write to. And I want to thank Gentry Thomas for providing me the platform. And I want to thank my listeners every single week, man. I want to thank you guys for being with me, man. I do appreciate it, and I hope that I'm giving you some good content, you know. And if you're conservative and you're still listening to my show at this point, I want you to know something, okay? I want you to know this. It's not too late, all right? We got 4 years, all right? We got 4 years of this bullshit. But you can stand up and push back with the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? That is, if you are really about you loving America. Because if you voted for this person, then you don't love America. Because America is me and you. You know what I'm saying? America is the salt of the earth, like us. I'm the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Just like these people that I see out here riding on their tractors and farming in the fields. They're the salt of the earth. And these are the people that got taken advantage of and manipulated by this person. You know what I'm saying? So I know that you guys think that you did something that was going to benefit the country, and I you know, kind of part of me is kind of like, you know what, I can kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying? But you need to understand the gravity of what it is that you did, and I'm talking about white women and Latin men, and even, you know, the black citizens that voted for this. You need to understand the gravity of what it is about to be. And I just want to say I love everyone out there, and God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Even you conservatives, even as gullible as you are, God bless you, man. And good luck to you. You know, I hope that we all come out of this unscathed. I don't think that's going to happen. But like I said, I really want to be wrong about this. Okay? I really do. Keep that in mind, all right? When you up there cursing my name, keep it in mind. I want Donald Trump to be a good president. I do. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But a large part of me believes that is just not going to be the case. So, all right, folks, I think that's going to do it for me for this week's episode of the Darren Harris Podcast. Join me next week. I will probably be breaking down some more of this bullshit. I mean, it's really interesting. I've picked it up and just started reading through what some of this shit, and it's just like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you start putting the screws to it and breaking it down and getting into the cracks and crevices and the meat and potatoes of what the fuck is going on here. You got to do a little bit of fucking digging, man. Stop letting this motherfucker surface, y'all. You motherfuckers is getting the surface. There's so much more than the tip of the iceberg. All right? I'm Darren Harris. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.
You've been listening to the Darren Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DarrenHarris.com.